I like doing a lot of physical labor. I'm used to it. I grew up on a farm.
Around here, people really take pride in everything they do.
The nicest thing for me is it's a family atmosphere. Everybody's real friendly to each other. You talk to each other on the streets every day. If you see somebody, you just stop and talk to them just basically because you work with them.
Late in the evening, while other small communities across the country are winding down for the night, thousands of people in Wilmington, Ohio are just gearing up for their workday.
Weight tonight is 1,670,000. Last arrival into Wilmington is 181 at 3 o'clock. Everything else will be...
It begins around midnight as planes descend from the night sky, bearing hundreds of thousands of packages from around the world.
Aircraft number 2, copy.
Copy, Alpha 13, number 2.
Our untie gets a call from the tower, and we hustle over so that we're ready for the plane when it starts to taxi.
When the first plane comes in, we start going. We don't stop until the last plane leaves.
Each step in the hub transfer process has been carefully studied and refined by industrial engineers with input from the workforce.
Our untie, we have about 8 people, and they all unload the bellies and the top side, and we usually have about 20 minutes at the max to get that done.
We designed the sea container to conform with the interior design of the fuselage of our aircraft, thus enabling them to carry more freight.
We use just 2 of these Dragons to offload a DC-9.
The idea behind the Dragon is to speed up the process of loading and unloading containers.
To remove the sea containers from the Dragon, we just drop the floor to the ground and they roll off by themselves.
In the initial feed area, workers begin the job of accurately routing each package through the maze of conveyor belts to connect with the right outbound flight.
Let's say we have 3 packages going to Chicago. One coming in from Los Angeles, one from Seattle, and one from Miami. Our job is to get them to Chicago on the right plane and to get them there on time. Of course, it would be easy if we only had 3 packages. However, we have about 500,000. By a 5-figure code. The hub codes, which consist of a number and a letter, and the 3-letter identifier, which designates the station the package is headed to.
In the initial feed area, packages are fed onto conveyor belts in 2 groups according to the first number of the code. All letter express packs are sorted separately from other shipments. When packages reach the primary sort area, they are further sorted down by individual hub numbers on separate belts.
I don't look at the address or the zip code. All I'm interested in is the first number of the hub code. The 1, 2, and 4 goes on the middle. 5, 6, and 7 on the bottom, and express bags on the top.
In the secondary sort area, workers focus on the second figure in the hub code.
By the time they get to me, we've got all 7s on this belt, so I'm looking at the letter part of the hub code. You know, whether it's an A, B, or a C.
Finally, the packages are sorted by their 3-letter identifier code, routing them to the plane that will carry them to their final airport destination. On the 3rd floor, letter express packs follow a similar process through primary, secondary, and final sort, all with incredible accuracy. Nearby, at the Airborne Stock Exchange, last-minute orders are prepared for shipment. Stock Exchange customers warehouse their critical parts inventory in a special building across the street from the sort. Employees do order retrieval and shipping functions for Stock Exchange customers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
If a customer places an order by 2 a.m., we can pull it, pack it, ship it, and deliver it nationwide the same day.
As the sort continues, U.S. Customs officials clear designated incoming international shipments. And throughout the complex, specially trained teams stand by to handle emergencies. On the ramps, careful preparations are made for the outbound flights.
We need to reroute them over Kansas City, south of the line to Topeka.
Maintain 8,000 feet. ABX 808 heavy clear to 8,000.
Our pilots are among the best trained in the industry. As far as I know, we're the only air carrier that's certified to fly hands-on CATS 2 approaches. That's down to an RVR of 1,200 feet and a ceiling of 100 feet. Our simulator is outfitted exactly like the aircraft's. When a pilot or flight engineer is trained in the simulator and he's certified to fly, there is no surprises when he goes out on the line with the actual aircraft itself.
Airborne Express is the only carrier in the industry that operates from its own airport, a former Air Force base. Private ownership allows Airborne to concentrate on controlling the cost and quality of service, while avoiding congestion and delays common at passenger airports. Airborne's pilots fly the best-maintained fleet in the industry. As each aircraft joins the fleet, it's given a complete airframe overhaul.
Normally, we're converting a passenger plane to a cargo plane, and that's a big job. It takes about 40,000 man-hours to upgrade each plane to meet our specifications.
Many components are designed and manufactured in-house under FAA inspection. Making airplane components instead of buying them reduces cost and speeds availability. Tight control of maintenance has earned Airborne the best mechanical dispatch reliability record in the industry for DC-8 and DC-9 aircraft.
Okay, here's your flight plan and release for Flight 1.
As the sort winds down, planes begin their scheduled departures. First out are the Canadian flights, then the rest of the fleet begins departure sequencing, with the longest flights leaving first.
To get your plane out on time, you really have to work hard in just really like an hour.
Being a DC-9 load planner, we basically tell the person on the ground how to load the freight up into the plane. We have to get it in the right place for the right destination, get it in the right place for weight distribution so that the plane will fly within its limits and it'll be safe for the pilots.
If I even worked here, I couldn't believe the amount of packages that go through here each night. It's just unbelievable.
I've been doing this for 23 years. I spent 16 years at UPS. I've been to Louisville, I've been to Memphis, so I know what the competition does. What we do here is more efficient than anybody else in the industry.
At dawn, the last plane rises from the runway, carrying its new load back to its destination city.
It's pretty hectic, so you have to count on one another.
The most satisfaction I get from Airborne is working together as a team with the people and knowing that we get the freight out on time every night.
We work good together. Sometimes.
The people of Airborne Express, delivering satisfaction worldwide.